Hey, what's up, gamers and gamettes? So it appears that pigs can actually fly. That's right, boys. Kayli Mill has just dropped the PR apology of the freaking decade to finally bring this Genshin Impact VA drama to the crescendo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Nothing like a dishonest apology to basically try to just push hate away from you so that you can just spew all of your excuses back to back to back. Well, guess what, boys? We're diving into this today. We're going to find out whether or not this is a genuine apology or not. And to do that, we're going to be going back to the very beginning, baby. We're going to find out whether or not she is actually deserving of your forgiveness. Let's get into it, boys. Obviously, this starts when Jacob Takanashi is Kinich's new English voice actor in Genshin Impact. They were on strike, and he took a role from somebody else. He was scabbing, baby. He's not allowed to work without their consent. Obviously, this is one of the most stupid things that you could argue for in your entire life. Obviously, this dude can work anytime he freaking wants to, but according to Kayli Mill, oh baby, he can't. Kayli Mill gets into it here, boys. This is the start of the drama. This is actually kind of diabolical. If you need the money, at least take the role uncredited. This just comes off as an easy grab for clout. It's not that good a look. I mean, oh my god, dude. Dude, he has to take it uncredited. He has to take it without saying his name. Oh my goodness, dude. He's allowed to take a role, lady. He's a father, a husband, a Tokyo-based voice actor. That's what I'm talking about. This dude's the king. You ain't nothing but yesterday's trash, okay, lady? Read the community note. She gets absolutely freaking checked. According to voice actor Nathan Noakes, fellow VA Jacob Takanashi, who is a Japan-based VA, had no knowledge of the strike or the circumstances of which the role was being recasted. So they dug into him for no reason. They dug into him and bullied this man and doxed this man and exposed his financial situation for no reason at all. And a lot of it was coordinated and headed by Kayli Mill. That's right. She thinks she's so in the right that she's allowed to absolutely dox a person's personal life, baby. Do you guys think she deserves an apology? Do you guys think that pigs are finally flying? That she's being genuine? That she's being honest? Well, guess what, baby? We're about to find out. Let's get into it. Kayli Mill again. I love look at this. I love this. I love when this happens. I love when she gets into the drama. I love whenever she tries to explain her reasoning because it just doesn't make sense. Look, I always try to be understanding of a person's situation. Anyone who actually knows me knows my character. It knows it well, how well I listen, how much I care about other people, regardless of how much or little a situation affects me personally. That's right, baby. The freaking common narcissistic woman argument. Oh man, I just listen so well. I care about people so well because I just listen to them so well. I mean, obviously I don't take any of their points into account, but I listened, you know what I mean? Whatever. I know some people are a paycheck away from being unhoused. I know some people can't afford to lose a role for the money or other reasons. Then why did you not give him space to do what he needed to do? Why does he need to have a specific amount of money for you to allow this? Oh wait, he needs to be in your position? Jealous much? Okay, I can be understanding of someone who can't be a perfect ally in this climate. I have my own personal views. I don't always align 100%, but I have to draw the line somewhere. And that line somewhere was somebody taking a role. That line somewhere was somebody that wasn't even a part of the union, not even in the West, taking a role from Japan. Taking a role. That's it. Just got a job. That was the line. Oh my God. How dare he get a job while we're striking? How dare he not get my okay first? I mean, are you kidding me? I see so much misdirected hate and anger, whether towards me, my colleagues, studios, unions, etc. Well, because your union's absolutely crap. But maybe this might be a crazy thought. $1 billion corporations don't care about any of us, and making everyone else fight is only giving them more power. This coming from the freaking person that started the fight, baby. This coming from the one that headed the campaign against Jacob Takanashi. She thinks that all these billion-dollar corporations don't care about any of us. So why are we fighting? Well, maybe it's because this one dude is just doing what he's supposed to do and taking a job. How dare he do that? How dare he take the money? I mean, how disingenuous is this chick, dude? You guys really think she deserves an apology? I mean, we'll read the apology in a minute. We'll see. We'll see whether or not she's being genuine. But, dude, this looks bad. This looks bad. This is why doing something so blatantly to undermine what we're trying to fight for is horrible. Oh, my God, dude. So him taking a job is horrible now? I don't hate anyone involved, but it really, really hurts, baby. It really hurts. How can I feel comfortable without someone as a colleague who would push me in front of a bus if it meant they would get ahead? So he's evidently basically committing homicide to get ahead here because he took a role from someone who wasn't even working, who wasn't actively working. I mean, he worked as Kinich for 6 weeks before he went on strike, folks. The old voice actor worked for 6 weeks before he went on strike, and that's the person they're arguing for. He barely did any work at all. I love working and I love acting. I love singing. I love interacting with fans and seeing their passion. I love how my own voice, both literally and figuratively, AI actively threatens all of that. Keep creating, keep loving, and keep fighting. Did she just say to quit fighting? Didn't she just say not to fight? She's another call for violence, baby. Kayli Mills is at it again with that. Another call for violence against Jacob Takanashi. Oh my God. Jacob Takanashi, the new role for Kinich in the Genshin Impact English dub, was not aware of the SAG-AFTRA strikes due to being based in Japan. So the dude didn't even know about the strike happening, let alone SAG-AFTRA. This was not a sponsored strike by them. This was just all these entitled English voice acting theater kids coming at it again, just deciding what's best for the industry, not even letting their union decide, baby. Their union's already predatory enough. All this did was draw a bunch of attention to how evil it actually was. But just wait, they call that misinformation, boys. They call you reading a contract and seeing that it is so freaking bad as misinformation. Their own freaking rules and contracts, by the way, but she defends it even more. Listen to this. Kayli Mills retweeted this, which is why this is in here. Lost 400 followers for a couple of thumbs downs and calling out entitlement in the fan base. That's right, boys. You and me as fans of Genshin Impact. Well, you better know that the voice actors, they think that we're entitled because we are not voice actors and we are trying to dictate what is in our game. Oh, well, it is what it is. I appreciate everyone who's thought critically and supports what's going on and has integrity. So basically, boys, if you don't support them, you don't think critically or have integrity. You have to support them to think critically and have integrity. Wow. This article actually puts it eloquently. And if you don't know, this article tries to state that Kinich's old VA had been working for 5 years, longer than the freaking game has been around. That's how critically thought out this tweet was. Oh my goodness. Look, the article lied and said John has been voice acting Kinich for 5 years. Kinich is first debuted in the game 6 months ago, and John had only voiced him for one patch 6 weeks. Genshin Impact itself isn't even 5 years old yet. Look at this. They're so freaking proud of themselves. They're patting themselves on the back. Thank you for speaking up and being on the right side of Thank you for speaking up. Being on the right side of history feels nice. Oh my God. No freaking way, dude. Are these people evil? Or are they just dictators now? Are they Kim Jong-un, baby? Oh man. Can Kayli Mills be fired and replaced as the role of Rapi? She's been extremely rude during this SAG-AFTRA strike, especially to our fellow VAs, and tries to claim she knows the characters' voices better than their own creators. That's right. Crazy, out of all the Rapi VAs, she is the worst one. Bullying a VA and then stalking him? I wish Nikke would replace her. Used to think she was kind and an awesome person, but it realized it was a mask. Yeah, baby, it's all a mask. When you deal with actors and with voice actors, I promise you, 90% of the time, they are literally saying things to practice their roles. Like, they are not being honest with you. Everything that they do is fake. They are classic narcissistic, okay? They wouldn't be in the position that they are in if they weren't. I promise you they aren't. There are those small few which are the angels of the bunch, and the rest are absolutely full of themselves. This is one small job for him. Not his full-time work. It's Karina's bread and butter. Karina being Paimon, by the way. Yeah, we all know what kind of specialist she is on the subject. I mean, she's so good about it. She can talk while she's on the toilet. She can tell you while she's on the toilet about how good she is at what she does. Okay, he's done very little voiceover work, so it isn't what he's relying on to pay the bills. For all we know, his wife's the breadwinner. Either way, they bought a house recently, so I doubt it was a necessary job for survival. So basically, this dude needs to be scraping the bottom of the barrel, making ends meet for her to okay him getting a job. Dude, he can work no matter where he is or what you're doing, lady. He does not need your okay to work at all. I mean, seriously, do you guys, is it starting to look pretty bad for y'all? Because it's looking pretty bad for me, baby. Kayli Mill's at it again. The Genshin Impact VAs, do it again. Paperbag Boy just can't leave it alone. He keeps covering the drama because they just keep coming back. They keep forcing me to come back. They keep making me cover it, baby, because they just can't stop. They just want me to cover it more and more and more. Oh well, it's more content for me, am I right? Obviously, after this, Kayli Mill's got a vitriol of hatred. I mean, an absolute tsunami. It washed away her entire house and everything, so now she really needs the work. I mean, looks like SAG-AFTRA's big defender, Kayli Mill's deleted her account. She's deactive, folks. I wonder why she did that. Oh, she got caught mask off and accidentally or purposefully pushed U.S. Union imperialism and wanted her cake and to eat it too, attacking Jake for scabbing but actively defending her friends when they do the exact same thing. She probably realized how bad she looks since she comments she got pretty viral for the worst. I mean, seriously, dude, that Karina's bread and butter one, dude, there ain't no way anybody's talking about Karina in a positive light, you know what I mean? Obviously, then when it comes back, this is where the drama really starts. Kayli Mills, the English VA of Kecking and Genshin Impact, has reopened her X account after nearly 2 weeks of it being closed. She's previously closed her account in an attempt to let the heat of the backlash she was getting cool down. Pure damage control, baby. Obviously, that's the case, right, folks? For those who haven't followed the controversy surrounding her, the SAG-AFTRA debate of the union versus non-union VAs became a topic of discussion for 6 months, but the topic got more heated when Kayli Mills and various other voice actors started bullying Jacob Takanashi for being hired as a recast for the character Kinich. And this is where it gets crazy. The backlash she was getting was so bad that she decided to close her X account. Keep in mind, Kayli Mills wasn't just bullying him, she doxed him or hired a doxer to obtain Jacob Takanashi's personal financial information. Added bonus, she's also known in the community to be a hard R apologist, which she is, which I did not cover on this channel because I did not want that on my channel. That's how bad it is, folks. Okay, I'm sure there's somebody else out there that covers it, but it wasn't gonna be me, baby. This is where she comes back on, and this is her statement whenever she gets back on. This is by far the best platform to reach my audience. If I catch a couple strays, oh well, it's annoying, but social media is a small part of my life, so it's no big deal. I won't stop fighting for what I believe in because of some bullies. Lady, you are the bully. You are the absolute worst of the worst bullies. I mean, seriously, I've never seen somebody actually try to say that somebody else couldn't get a job before. Like, seriously, I don't care whether or not your union's holding a strike. The dude is not a part of the union. He can work wherever the freak he wants to work. Just another example of union actors thinking that they are better than non-union actors. They literally think that they are held at higher standard because they get more roles from union games, which is what they want, by the way, which is why they want the game to go union. And this is her apology. This is where she drops the big hard A, baby. The big hard apology, the big hard gaslighting, the big hard, you know what you call call it PR damage control, baby. Let's get into it. You decide for yourselves whether you guys think that this makes up for everything that she's done, whether you guys think that she is doing damage control. If you like this kind of content, I do drama on the freaking daily. Okay, so stick around and subscribe if you love Twitter and game and drama, baby. Today, Kayli Mill has issued an apology, but is it genuine? I don't think so. This could have been done way earlier. She's still blocking people over it. She's still gaslighting. She's made no effort to apologize for her behavior to the response of her and others she's engaged with. She's continued to talking down to people on X as well as Blue Sky. She's still defending a predator and committed a crime by the doxing of Jacob. She continues to pursue a fabricated lie of a strike towards HoYoverse. I don't buy it. And the positive post, are people too easily accepting her misdeeds? Do you believe she was genuine? All right, boys, this is it. Let's get into it. Decide for yourselves, baby. To be honest, I have been advised against further involved in this situation at all, but I feel that this is the right thing to do. So here we are. Here we are. Blah, 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 blah. So here we are. My bad, folks. First of all, I realize my criticism of Jacob should have never been public. It should have never been to begin with, not just public, lady. You should not be doing that in private either. Although I was far from the first person to make a response, further involving fans was not necessary and also caused only more strife. I apologize for bringing up the public tweet I saw in passing about him purchasing a home. It was wrong of me to use that as an argument that he didn't need this one job to make ends meet. Also, where is the tweet that says that Jacob Takanashi had just purchased a home? Where is that tweet that she is referring to? Because it's not. It's just her tweet. I was frustrated trying to explain a point, and honestly, none of that is any of my business. No crap. I don't want it to be, and it didn't matter to the point I was trying to make at all. I did send him a message privately on April 2nd to apologize about getting the public further involved. I could explain why we were upset. So she didn't apologize to him. She just apologized for doing it in public, and then further went on to dictate her position even more. That is not somebody feeling remorseful. That is somebody that is also still continuing to be a tyrant, just in a more manipulative way. Also, that at least personally, there are no feelings of hatred or any hopes of ill will personally or professionally. I do not know him, but I thought about what I would do if a friend or close colleague did something I found hurtful to our community. I would have indeed not responded publicly. I would have confronted them directly, baby. Dude, don't let me be this person's friend. Don't let me be this person's colleague, because oh my goodness, if they confront me directly about taking a job, I'm going to tear their head off. I am going to absolutely chew them the F out, because who are they to dictate my personal life, my work decisions? Who are they to try to tell me what job I can and cannot take just because they are holding themselves to a moral standard? I would not hold myself to your moral standard, and I do not expect you to hold yourself to mine. Although I originally had a much longer statement and I'm interested in clearing up more of the misinformation. Obviously, it's always misinformation, boys. It's not the truth. You know, when people see SAG-AFTRA and they see it as evil and predatory, it's misinformation, okay? You don't work there. You don't know. Dude, it's predatory to everybody that's non-union, okay? And it's even predatory to smaller voice actors. I see about our refusal to work versus the official SAG-AFTRA strike. I don't want to further involve any specific actor. The overall situation is so much bigger and more nuanced than this, and I hope the future we can have a better conversation. They always say that crap when they're in the wrong. Oh, you don't understand it. It's so much bigger and more nuanced than you understand. Your simple mind can't possibly grasp how bad of a person I actually am. In the meantime, I'm doing the work behind the scenes to try and support my community the best I can. You should stop, lady, because your community is tyrannical. It is a tyrannical community, and obviously people like you are making it that way. I mean, seriously, boys, what do you guys think? Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad. Paper being that good shit you get from the grocery store when they say paper or plastic, baby, and you say, give me that fucking paper, baby, so you can put that paper bag over your head and cut the eyes out and be just like little old villain me, baby. And plastic being that shit that Kayli Mills is smoking with this apology. I mean, you guys let me know down below what you think, paper or plastic. I'm going with plastic, baby. This is the most plastic apology I've ever seen. There's 2 lines of her actually apologizing, and the rest is an explanation for why she shouldn't actually have to apologize. Do you see what I'm saying? She is so manipulative. This is just damage control. Very clearly, people are just wanting an apology so bad that they are literally reading this in a positive light when it is absolutely not positive at all, at all, at all. She does not feel sorry at all in the freaking slightest. If you cannot see that, then I cannot help you, baby. Now, guess what's coming next? Hopefully, a Karina Boetker apology. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be when pigs fly? Oh my freaking God. I just can't wait, boys. They keep pulling old Paperbag Boy back into it. My little villain self, baby. All right, guys. If you like this kind of content, you stick around, you give me a like and you subscribe, share for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks, boys. GG's. Peace.